And we're back.
Hey.
Hey guys, welcome to the Damsels in Debate podcast. I'm your host, Tina.
I'm your co-host, Vanessa.
Yay. And I'd also like to point out, I sound super froggy because I'm getting over the last bit of a cold. So if I have to break to do some dry coughing or anything like that, excuse me. I hate being sick.
Don't worry, I'll take over.
All right. Yeah, Vanessa will man the podcast here. Anyway, so yeah, we had a week off to get some stuff done. Had some visitors and all that crap. So yeah, let's just get right into it, I guess. Right. We're now in our last. We're in the home stretch of our horrors. What, 2 months we had? 2 months,
I
right?
think it was 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah, and Halloween is this coming Thursday, so I hope everybody has some awesome plans. I'm going to be working, so yay for that.
Not me. I'll be welcoming trick-or-treaters at my place. Like, hello, here's a full-size candy bar for you. Who does that?
Wow, Vanessa's pulling out all the stops. All right, anyway, let's see. Last week, I saw the Carrie remake that came out. We just wanted to go to the movies, and there was nothing else out. So that's what we saw. And it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. I was hoping that they would maybe... change up the storyline a little bit since they're doing a remake. And no, it was exactly the same as the one that came out in the 70s or whenever that came out.
Spacek.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like, I love Julianne Moore. You know, she's always great. And the girl, what's her name? Chloe Grace Moritz, Hit Girl. She's, I like her and stuff too. But yeah, it was the same exact movie. There was like nothing different about it.
Did they have the whole thing with the tampons, like plug it up or whatever? Like,
yeah, and then like on this one, like they recorded it on their phones and put it on like YouTube.
Oh,
so,
okay.
there's
made it more
difference.
modern, yeah.
Yeah, but it's beat for beat, same thing. So it was kind of. I mean, I wasn't really expecting a whole lot, but I was just hoping maybe it'd be different. So that was slightly disappointing. Yeah, not a whole lot to say about that movie. So, what about you? What? Well, you didn't really see anything new last week, right?
New. I had a lot of. I had weddings. I had funerals. Well, not plural, but I had a lot of events going on. So I didn't get to see a new movie, but I did see a couple. Well, zombie movies, basically.
Right, yeah. What did you see? Because we were talking about this, I think, in the last one, because I said I wanted to watch it with you.
Yeah, we saw Dawn of the Dead. Me for the first time, you for the 30th time or whatever.
Yeah, this is the remake from 2003 or 4, Zack Snyder's movie. So what did you think?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was an interesting take on it. I mean, like, I've seen so many zombie stuff, which we'll go into with like Walking Dead and all this stuff. Like, they start to blend together a little bit. Yeah. But it was entertaining. Like, actually, one of my notes I wrote down is that there's really interesting characters, like, and personalities.
Yeah, that's
true. They're not like bland. They all like, you had the jerk, and then you had the one girl like, no, we should do this, and then you had the one airhead and all this stuff, which actually was really funny because that one scene where they send the dog over because apparently the zombies don't like dogs, like they want to eat humans, I guess, which I thought was kind of weird, but I'm like, okay. But they sent it over there, and then like they couldn't get the dog back, so the one girl's like, no, and she steals the van they've been working on to drive over, get the dog, and you turn to me and you're like, oh, we can see which character you were going to be in this movie.
I cracked myself up on that.
Like, my cats, I must go save them. Yep. So yeah, I could see myself doing that. I love my pets. Can't help it. Actually, what was funny too is that at the very beginning, when that little girl, like, they're like, "Oh, what's the matter?" and she comes and she bites the guy in the neck. Yeah, I recognized that scene because I was like, "Oh, that was from on the 40-Year-Old Virgin when the one guy is watching he's watching that movie while their boss is away, right, and he's like trying to have a heart-to-heart with Steve Carell's character, and but the movie is on behind him. He's like, oh my god, you see the girl go rawr. Yep. So I thought that's why, like, oh, now I remember what movie he's watching. Yeah.
Yep. I love the whole first, I don't know, like 10 minutes or 15 minutes of the movie where, you start out with her at the hospital and you get all these little hints that something's going on, like, from the radios that she plays and the news and the ambulance guy is getting all these calls about bites and all this stuff. And then, you know, she goes home, she's with her husband, and then the, like you said, the little girl comes, bites him. And then when she gets out of her house and just sees all the destruction going on in the neighborhood and stuff. Yeah, I really like that opening scene. I thought it was really good.
I really did like because it was funny because you were like seeing my reaction to it for the first time, you know, because after they had finally escaped and stuff, and like the one jerk got killed. And the one girl, like, she's like, wait, and she runs back, and I'm like, what is she doing? What's her problem? Blah, blah. And she grabs the boat keys. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm stupid.
Because they would have gotten all the way over there. Yep. And not had the keys for the boat. That would have sucked. So that's good. Glad you liked it.
Yeah. The only thing is, I think that I thought the camera sequence thing at the end was a little weird, like with the guy's like, hey, the camera, and then it like kept going in and out and stuff. Like I thought it was a little weird. But it wasn't totally obvious. Like I've seen some camera sequences in movies where like it's totally like at like chest level pointing at the actors and stuff. It's supposed to be like, you know, like a spur of the moment, like accidentally turned it on or something.
Right.
So it was a little better than that, but it's still like, oh, that's, I don't know, it's a little weird. It's kind of obvious that they were trying to like film it. I could just be like being really picky.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I actually was reading about this movie. They actually were going to do a sequel, but they just said it's a canceled sequel. That it was going to be called like Army of the Dead or something like that.
Well, there's the whole chain of those movies or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like this one by itself. So yeah. Cool.
Oh, sorry. My favorite scene in that movie was when the guy across the way, they were doing the marker thing, like back and forth, like communicating with the whiteboard.
Yeah,
and then
Andy.
He had obviously been bitten, and he holds up the sign. It's all scribbled. You're like, oh,
he's like, I'm changing.
So I thought that was funny.
I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
I remember on the DVD and probably on the Blu-ray also, but they have like a little like, I think it was his like video blog that he was making for himself, and I think it starts out where he's got like a niece or a daughter. I feel like there's somebody that's with him and they die. So you see, like, it just gives him his character a little bit more backstory. So that was interesting. But yeah, I felt really bad for him.
Oh, those things bite really hard. Like,
oh, no. Like, oh, that's it. Yeah, forget it now.
That's one thing that with all these zombie movies we're watching that's weird, in that you only get infected if you're bitten, but they can have all this sweat and all the blood going through their, like, in their mouths and into their eyes and stuff, but they're not infected that way. Right.
I think the only one that I remember being like that, excuse me, was the 28 days later. Right, that one. If you ingested any of their blood, right? You got,
because it was
infected.
like a virus.
Yeah, exactly. I know that's like a standard. It's one of the rules, like the unwritten rules for zombies. Like, what is it? Like the werewolves can only be killed by silver bullets. There's always like these unwritten rules for stuff. But I don't know. Whatever. All right, cool. Well, let's see. Oh God. Okay. Moving on. We both watched a gem of a movie last night.
Horribly awesome movie.
Ooh, man, this movie. What was the name of it?
Zombie Hunter.
Okay. This. Whew. All right. You know what? Go ahead. You start off.
Like I said, it was a horribly, horribly awesome movie. Like it's actually so awful that it was so funny. It's because it was so awful. Like, so it's a fun movie to watch, like with your friends if you're like drunk or something, because you just laugh at it and make fun of how awful it is.
Yes, this was terrible. Like, I wouldn't say, like, if you're in the mood to just watch a zombie movie like by yourself, don't watch this because you're just gonna get pissed off at it. It was annoying.
I put down that it's actually like it reminded me of like a Quentin Tarantino ripoff movie. Like they borrowed all the different effects, like they
were like trying to make it all stylized,
with the different colors and stuff. Like change the color scheme, like making all orange in one scene and then green.
I feel like they
another.
made it in like Final Cut.
Yeah. Oh, and then the effects too. Oh my gosh.
Woo, the effects. Yeah. I don't even know. Like, I can't. There's so much to go over with this horrible movie. Oh, you know what? Like annoyed the hell out of me more than anything about the entire movie was the lead character. Mm-hmm. He basically he liked to narrate the entire movie, but he would narrate stuff that he was doing, like, "Oh, found a bottle of whiskey. Let me drink it," and then he's drinking it on camera, like. Oh, and that went on like the whole movie. It was so annoying, and his shitty like gravelly voice he's trying to talk with the whole time. Like, oh my god, I hated it. And he wasn't attractive or anything. I just hated everything.
No one was attractive in this movie.
No. Not that everybody has to be, but you know what we're saying.
Yeah, I know, but still, yeah. One thing that every single scene would just bother me was the blood splattering on the camera every single time on the camera.
Anytime any zombie got killed, if they were shot or stabbed, they would do a blood splatter on the camera.
Camera
but
lens.
they didn't pull it off very well.
No,
and every single time, so it just got ridiculous. And a couple times it was on there before they even got stabbed. So what the hell was that about?
Yeah. How about those Oscar-winning actors, man?
Oh yeah, they were. It's a bad, or it's you know what kind of movie you're in for when Danny Trejo is the best actor of the bunch, like by miles. He was the best actor, and he wasn't in the movie that much. I thought like from the DVD cover and stuff in the menu, I thought that he was the lead character, and he's not in it that much at all.
I could have sworn that he was
wait,
back.
hold on. Before we go any further, we should say spoiler alert for everything we're talking about here.
Oh yeah.
Not that anybody gonna want to watch this movie.
Don't watch this movie.
Yeah,
just explain it and then
yeah, for the whole podcast, we're gonna do spoilers.
Yeah. We'll put it on the description and everything.
Oh, of course. But yeah, just forewarning you.
But yeah, so he obviously gets killed like at the beginning of the movie, basically, or the first third of the movie. But I could have sworn he was going to come back as like an axe wielding ghost or something.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to come back, and he didn't.
Nope.
And the main character, for being like a badass hunter who lives this lifestyle, he was making so many mistakes.
Yeah.
And slow, loud zombies constantly got the jump on him.
Like, wow, really? All of a sudden it'd be totally quiet, all of a sudden rah, like off to the side,
and it's like we're in the desert. How did this thing creep up on you?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That movie was a mess.
How about Fast Lane Debbie?
Oh man,
I don't know where to start with that. Like, all of a sudden there's a stripper pole there and she does like a striptease. Like, who is this for, really?
I have no idea. Oh god. And that really was one of the worst sex scenes I've ever seen in a movie.
Oh my god, how awkward was that? And they showed like 4 different scenes of those army boots or whatever, like on the edge of the bed.
He took his pants off and then put his boots back on, and then they kept having this close-up shot of his feet, but he had these boots on, and while they were having sex. Yeah. Ew! Wow! I can't even like that was horrible. Like, it was so horrible.
The one scene I actually enjoyed because it was so like epically awesome was when Danny Trejo, when he's like, oh, he must be a cold son of a bitch, and it zooms into his eye like flashback, and it shows him like shirtless, like wielding the axe and just killing everybody. Has all these colors
with the crazy
like,
music.
Look at that awesome scene. He's like, rah!
Yeah. If you want to watch this movie, I would say just look up the trailer and watch the trailer. You don't need to watch the movie. That'll save you an hour and a half or however long it was. But yeah, not one of my favorites for sure.
Yes,
not one of the better horror. I mean, because I've come across a couple horror movies, doing this for the last 2 months that I actually like, and I never saw before and stuff. This was not one of them, no, by any means. So yeah, that's our review of Zombie Hunter.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. So yeah, we've had a lot of zombie stuff lately, but actually one of the reasons that we didn't do the podcast last week was because we both went to Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights over in Orlando. And, I got to say, I'm really pissed off because this weekend we have awesome weather. It's actually like fall. Like, I'm sleeping with the window open and I have the comforter on my feet and it's comfy. There's no humidity. It's actually
Beautiful
nice.
weather.
It's really, really nice out. We really could have used this weather last weekend,
Yes.
though. Last weekend, it was still like friggin' Florida in July, 100% humidity. And I don't even know what the temperature was, but it was like we were just standing there and like my shirt was like sticking to me. It was so muggy.
It had to be in the 80s at least.
Yeah.
It was muggy. At night,
Yes,
80s at night. Yeah.
Exactly. And it was very, very uncomfortable. And you're standing in those lines. The lines are long and that's annoying, but they're not half as bad, if the temperature's okay. But it was really hot last weekend.
They want an extra $100 to get that line jumper pass. Like $100? Like the ticket wasn't even $100.
Yeah. If I wasn't poor, I would totally do that. But anyway, so now this was your first time going, right?
Yes, to Halloween Horror Nights. Yeah.
What did you think?
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the houses we went to. I mean, we'll talk about the ones that we liked and ones we didn't like. But because I've been to Universal Studios like a year ago or something like that, and so I knew like, oh yeah, this is where this ride was and stuff. But you can see like they make a lot of money, but they do invest a lot of the money into these houses and stuff.
Right.
So it was definitely worth it. I mean, we only got into four
Four,
houses?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, so I wish that, we weren't poor and we did have the extra money because then I would have, liked to have seen the other houses and then ride some of the rides, too. Like, at night, it would have been cool. But I think we got to see the good ones.
Yeah, I do, too. And again, if the weather was a bit more cooperative, I would have been apt to stay a little bit longer, too.
Yeah.
But it's just that weather tires you out if you're just standing there like that. Ugh.
Yep.
But anyway, okay, good. Glad you enjoyed it. I think my friends enjoyed it too, so that's always good. So yeah, we went to 4 out of 6 or 7 houses,
something like that.
Yeah. And let's see, what was the best one?
I think you and I differ. With
Oh,
that.
what did you think was the best one?
My favorite was the American Werewolf in London.
Oh, okay,
house.
yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, I really liked that one and the Cabin in the Woods. I thought they were awesome. And it was funny because we started out and the first house we went to was definitely the worst. And at first I was like, oh no, did they drop quality this year? This is going to be horrible.
I think that was the longest line too, right?
Yeah. Well, because, it's the most probably one of the most popular ones. But each house that we went to progressively got better. So that's really good. And then the last 2 were the best ones. Yeah, they did a really good job with that one. I remember reading that Jonathan Landis, the guy who did American Werewolf in London. Okay. he did something. He had something to do with the creation of it. So, but yeah, I thought they did a great job. The werewolf and stuff looked really good. It looked just like the one in the movie.
And what was nice about that house compared to some of the other houses is they kept it pretty dark. And then all of a sudden this wolf jumped out at you with these like red eyes and stuff.
Yeah, that was scary.
Like, but I loved how they you're kind of walking through the movie in a way because you start out in like the restaurant or whatever, and then you walk into that one room where you have the guy changing into the werewolf and it's like, "Rawr, God,"
just like in the movie.
And I think somebody was in the floor or something because the guy also turned and was looking at us and stuff. And I was like, is that a real person or is it?
Yeah, I think like the body part was fake, but then he must have been like sitting beneath the floorboards or something because he was moving his mouth real well and stuff. So yeah.
So I did like that. And I'm glad I'd actually seen that movie. I think Rob made me watch that like a year ago or something.
Sorry. Yeah, he made you watch that one.
Yeah. So otherwise I would have gone, oh, it's a scary werewolf movie. But no, like, oh, that's the cafe or whatever, not the cafe, but the place where they like hide and stuff. So yeah. Yeah. I really, really enjoyed that one. That one was good. And then the other really good one was the Cabin in the Woods one. I love how they had the merman at the end chewing on the guy laying on the thing. And I love the what do you call it? I like how in the beginning it started out like you were in the cabin, and then you went down to where the facility was or whatever. Yeah, I must say that it kind of sucks that like the lines are so long because they were kind of like pushing you through it because they had a steady stream of line. But I really wanted to stop and pay attention to all the detail they put into this. Like in the house, they had the room of all the little knickknacks that they were in, like the basement or whatever. Yeah. And I wanted to like look at everything, but we were like being kind of pushed through. So like, man, you see how much work they put into this? Yeah, exactly. Gotta appreciate it. And then the one part where you're going through.
And it was like in the movie where you see all the squares with all the different monsters in it. And there was the girl, the little like ballerina or whatever. Then there was that guy with the blades or whatever in his head, and then he came out. That scared the mess out of me.
Some of them were broken too. Like, oh, God.
Yeah.
I just remember somehow in two of the houses, I think I ended up being like in front, and then you were like around.
Oh yeah, I don't take the front unless I have to.
I'm like smiling, like when I do it, I'm scared. I'm like, oh, and I like smile and giggle, you know.
Yeah. The part where you go through with all the elevators. I was like, oh no, this is gonna be horrible. And there was like blood on the floor, and there was like a moving head or something. Yeah. It was that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I really liked that one. Wait, what was the other one that we went to? The middle one.
Resident Evil.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that one was okay. It was all right.
Yeah, I got scared a couple times. Again, it was another like dog-like creature or something that jumped out and scared me.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's another thing I didn't really like either. Because we were going through a line, you could, if the room wasn't curving around, you could see something jump out at the people in front of you. So you knew it was coming. I mean, I still got scared, but you knew it was coming.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and the ones that are really open, which the worst one, actually, the one that was the least fun for us, was the Walking Dead house, which is very surprising, actually, because I thought that was going to be a really good one. And one of the main reasons I didn't like it was because it was way too open. I thought like you could just see like everything when you went inside, so it's kind of hard to get scared because you can
somebody
see all
lurking
the
in
stuff.
the corner.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, you know where stuff's gonna happen, but you just go with it. But this was just I don't know what they were thinking with the layout of that one.
Yeah,
but it was okay. But just I was
gonna say, I must say the replica of the governor's heads, like in the aquariums and whatever, that was really cool. Like, oh wow, and then
that's true.
I actually whipped out my phone and took a picture, not with a flash, but just took a picture. And got no pictures. I'm like, oh, sorry, I already got it.
Breaking the law.
I was living on the edge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I don't know. And then the only other thing I'll say about that is sometimes, like, because one year I went and they had the the Wolfman house for that Benicio del Toro movie, and the first time I went, it was awesome. It was so fantastic. Like the way they had it set up, it was like the woods. You know, they had the fog machine. It was cold in there, and it was good. It was the best house. And then I guess I went back another night, or we went back again a couple hours later or something. I don't remember what, but I think it was like during the shift change, so they were changing out people, and it was terrible. Like it's just like we would walk through and we would just miss all the scares. So it was like we were just walking through this like empty area. So I don't know if maybe that was another reason why the Walking Dead one wasn't as good. I don't know. But regardless, that was our least favorite. But overall, yeah, they were a lot of fun. I love seeing the ones, you know, where I really love that movie or I really love the theme. I always love seeing what they're going to do with that. So yeah.
If you do go, don't eat the food at the cafe, or at least don't get the cake at the cafe, whatever, the Monster Cafe.
Oh, Vanessa, yeah, we went to the Monster Cafe, which normally is good. I don't know what the deal was there, but Vanessa got a piece of chocolate cake.
Yeah.
And it was the driest thing I've ever
It must have been sitting out like all day. And they I don't know if they sprayed something on it to make it look juicy or whatever they did, but I was just like, oh, that looks good. Nope. I was trying to make everybody else eat it. Here, eat some cake.
It was like trying to swallow sand. It was so dry.
Very disappointed with the cake, Universal.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, well.
Well, yeah. But, so yeah, that was our trip to Halloween Horror Nights. I love going there. I try to go every year, but don't always make it. But anyway, speaking of The Walking Dead, Vanessa, where are you at now?
I just watched I'm up to the premiere of the next season here, season 4.
Yes,
so I've watched the season 4 premiere, so I'm all caught up to that. I just have last week's episode, and then I could watch this week's episode, which is tonight.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I caught up.
Next week we'll be able to talk about it, and we'll be on the same page. What's give us some comments here.
There's so much to talk about because so much happened. But like, obviously, I hate the governor and like he needs to die.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like, I mean, it's good that they kept him alive because he can still be a threat in this next season. But I'm like, man, I really want him to die.
Something about him reminds me of Liam Neeson. I don't know if it's because he's like kind of pale and dark, but I feel like they could be like cousins or something.
He reminds me of Stephen Moyer, Bill Compton.
That too, yeah.
Like a mixture of Liam Neeson and Bill Compton.
Liam Moyer.
They had a love child. I mean, yeah, I guess that's good because we wanted him to die so that he was a good bad character. But oh my god, it's just an asshole.
Yeah, he definitely went a bit crazy there.
And then Carl also he needs to be spanked. He just needs to, I don't know how old he is. He's like 10 or 11, somewhere around there, but
he's aging fast.
He's a little punk.
Yeah.
Just talking back and stuff and like, you can't stop me. Like, yeah, they can. They're adults. They can, just hold you and you be like, meow. Just hold them with their arms.
And then what did he do? He gunned down that parade in the woods.
Kid, yeah. And then Rick was like, no, he was in the like wanted to deny it. And Herschel was like, Rick. Like
Herschel's like, no, look,
like, no,
your kid's turned into a stone cold killer. You need to do something about that.
I must say, I am totally Team Daryl. I think I said that last week.
Daryl.
When he found his brother and he had turned and he like his face crumpled, he started crying. I'm like, oh god.
I know. Poor it's
Daryl.
like you knew it was coming, but you're just like, oh, poor thing.
Yeah. Well,
I thought that was done well.
I was really scared that they the governor had shot Merle as like and to turn him so that they would catch Daryl, and like kill Daryl.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess he killed him and left,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I actually was starting to like Merle.
Yeah, he was getting better, but he kind of redeemed himself a bit there at the end.
Yeah. Now, at one point, I thought him and Michonne were gonna hook up too. Like, it was kind of weird the way they were acting. I was like, are they gonna hook up?
I mean, you're only like an episode behind, so I'll go ahead and say something. I mentioned this the other day, and everybody I tell it to, it never enters their mind, but as soon as I tell them, they love it. I said, okay, you're pairing up people here. Mm-hmm. I want Michonne and Daryl to get together. What a badass killing couple that would be, right?
I don't know, but Daryl's with... Isn't he with
No,
Carol,
him and Carol don't fit. Yeah. I get more of like I feel like she kind of likes him, but I feel like it's more of like a brother sister kind of thing. Like I don't really see that.
Well, she says that in the premiere because like the people are like, "Hey, Daryl," or whatever, and she's like, "Remember, I liked you first."
Yeah. But like I don't. I mean, I don't feel like he reciprocates that at all.
I mean, I am Team Daryl, but I think his hair's too long now in this season.
Yes, he needs to cut it.
He needs a haircut.
It's all greasy looking and stuff.
That is one thing that, like, it seems like, well, his hair's a little greasy, but it seemed like most of them, their hair was really clean throughout it. I was like, do they have running water or what do they do? They have shampoo?
Yeah, well, that I'll forgive because it's just like I don't want to see people walking around like a greasy mop of hair either.
That and that baby, they're like, oh, she's only Judith. She's only a week old, and she's like holding her. She's holding her head up and like her, supporting her neck and everything. Like, oh my god, it was killing me. But let me see here. What's up with the in the premiere, the creepy lady with her husband or whatever? That she's like, "Oh, come save us!" I was like, I thought for sure that they were going to do it like a 28 days later, where she or 28 weeks later, I should say, where she was like immune to the zombie thing. Like she probably got bitten, but she wasn't a zombie.
Yeah.
Or a walker, I should say.
A walker, yeah. Do you remember in like the first? Do you remember in like the first episode or first couple episodes they were calling them like geeks or something, and then that didn't take off, so they switched to calling them walkers.
Oh, I don't remember that at all.
Oh, yeah, they did that. I'm like, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah. But I didn't really understand that. Like, I saw the bag moving, so what was it, the head of her husband or something?
I have no idea.
I was like,
I honestly didn't care about that because I'm like, I know she's just crazy and whatever. This is a boring storyline.
Yeah, I was like, what? I don't get it.
This is Rick just doing his own thing that I don't care about.
So he's not seeing visions anymore because he looked up at the very end of the last episode of season 3 and like she wasn't up there anymore, and I guess because he did the right thing and that he brought like the town.
Yeah,
I
think so. Yeah,
or something. I'm guessing he did the moral thing. And
I was like, this vision him hallucinating thing
Yeah.
better end quick, because I didn't like that at all. I found that very annoying.
I thought that was nice. And Michonne said, like, oh, you see things? And he's like, oh, and she's like, I used to talk to my dead boyfriend. Like, it happens. And he's like, yeah, I see things.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't.
Oh, and I actually was, it sounds bad, but I was actually glad to see Andrea die. I was like, she was annoying me throughout it. Just,
I liked her for a while, but she just kept doing stupid ass stuff the whole season. And it's like, come on, look at you know what's gonna happen here. And she had multiple chances to get out of there and then to kill the governor. And so
yep, I was like, oh, she deserves, especially when she had the chance to kill him while he was sleeping, and she didn't. Like, oh, she deserves to die.
Yeah, I was like, this. Yep. I can't side with her.
Yeah, not anymore.
No.
I hope they bring back Morgan.
Yeah.
Like, I hope he, like, shows up or something, because that was interesting. Like, that little, not flashback, but, like, where they, where he...
It's like a callback
like,
to an earlier episode, yeah.
So at first I was like, wait, who is that? And I'm like, oh, that's the guy from the... And then he found the walkie-talkie. Like, oh, okay, they're making the connection there.
Yeah, because I've been waiting since he left him for him to come back. And it was sad to hear about his son and stuff, too. So.
Oh, that whole story, with the... The son being killed by the mother. It's kind of like the opposite of Carl having to kill his mother.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, definitely into the show. I'm like, oh, God. So I got one more to watch, and I can watch it live on TV. But yeah, Team Daryl. Daryl's my favorite. Oh, and then this last episode, like the kid died of the flu or something, and he turned. I'm like, oh shit,
what's going on
They're
now?
all happy. They're all like raising pigs and stuff.
Yeah, they got their little farm on the prison.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, how quaint.
Yeah, well, good stuff can't last for long.
Oh, yeah,
so
of course.
yeah, we'll see what happens with that whole thing. Cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything about that show, right? Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think I've skimmed over anything.
No, I think you're good. Cool. Let me see here. I'm still watching Homeland. This last episode that happened last week, there was a twist that happened, and it was like a big deal twist because nobody saw it coming, which I did not see it coming. But I also feel like it was a major cop out. So I'm not really loving that show right now. We'll see how it goes, but this season's kind of
that stinks.
Yeah, but on the other hand, you have Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, the shining light in darkness.
Actually, this reminds me. Let me pull up my little thingy here so I can get these names correct. But I was very, very pleased to see that we actually have some more reviews.
Yay!
On iTunes. We have 2 more reviews. One by Jen the Listener and one by Ben Yee. And thank you guys so much for giving us reviews and rating us. That means the world to us, because like we say a million times, we don't know. We just do this for fun. But if somebody else is enjoying it, like, oh, that's so great. I love hearing that. So
when I go to check it and I see there's a new review, my heart leaps with joy.
I know.
We got another review.
Yeah, we text each other whenever we see one. So yeah, thank you so much. Love it. But the thing that made me think of this is Jen the Listener. She's on the same page as me. She says what she likes and talks about our reviews and spoilers and stuff. And she says, one thing, please, Vanessa, watch Sons of Anarchy so Tina can talk about it.
Well, since I'm caught up on Walking Dead here, I can start, watching some episodes a little.
And like I said, season 5 is now on Netflix, so
I got a long way to go.
Yeah, but it's the same thing like Walking Dead, 12 or 13 episodes. It's not like 22. Like I caught up on Scandal, and season 1 was like 6 episodes.
Oh, okay.
And then season 2 was 22 episodes, and they're each an hour or 45 minutes. I was like, oh, goodness. Yeah. But I did catch up on that. I'm watching it now week to week. It's like a nighttime soap opera, but I love it. It's a good show. It's addicting. But anyway, back to Sons of Anarchy.
Seriously.
Yeah, man, there is something that happened in this last episode that, you kind of saw it coming. Like you saw how it I didn't know exactly how it was going to play out, but you saw all the stuff leading up to it, the setup, and I don't know, I don't like it. It's like a character has crossed the point of no return.
Oh.
There's no going back, and God, I'm so stressed because it's like I like this character and I want this character to succeed. I don't know now though. It's they're not going to get out of this one. Like the outcome of this is going to be horrible. It's going to be really, really bad.
Aww.
And I was hoping maybe it would go one way, and it didn't. So I'm really curious. You know, of course, I want to see what happens. So in that respect, it's good television. But it is not the way I wanted the story to go at all.
Like, no, you're like biting your nails.
I was watching it. I was watching it in bed actually because I was sick this week. And I was like, no.
With your blanket around you and your whole pack and thermometer.
Sneezing and stuff, yeah. Yeah, I was miserable. But yeah, it's awesome. So we'll see how that goes.
I'll start watching it.
Yay. Well, yeah, I mean, as you watch it, we can talk about it. But what was I going to say? Oh, that reminds me. I don't know if we talked about it last time or not, but what's his name is not going to be... his name Charlie Hunnam is not going to be Christian Grey.
Yeah, we did. We mentioned how like he pulled out of it, but we didn't know who was going to be.
Right
the
now,
person.
it's some model or something.
Yeah, some Calvin Klein model.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Oh, that's your name, isn't it? It's written all over your underwear.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway. Oh well, speaking of books, I have one little book thing to add. I finished Catching Fire. I reread that, and I finished that last week. And oh man, should have timed that out better because now I am super stoked for the next movie, and it's coming out at the end of November,
something like that.
Ugh.
Still got a while.
Yeah, I gotta wait now. It sucks.
Well, now I'm gonna start rereading it.
Yeah, I mean it's a good read, but I'm really glad I reread it though because there was a lot of stuff that I had forgotten. So yeah, but I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited about that.
We're doing the midnight release, right?
Probably, yeah. I'm more excited for that movie. I know you're not, but I'm more excited for that movie than for Thor, actually.
I'm excited for both of them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm definitely excited for Thor, but I am a little bit more for Catching Fire.
And maybe me a little bit more for Thor.
Well, we all know why.
Which I feel bad because I don't have a Loki moment of the week.
Oh, well.
We can just say,
you will soon, though, because it's coming out soon.
Or Tom Hiddleston moment of the week, I should say.
Oh, yeah. True. You know what's been annoying, though, is that they're ramping up the ads for that movie. So they're playing the commercials during, like, everything now. Yeah. I got to run out of the room whenever the trailers come on. I'm like, no.
Cover your ears. Cover your ears.
I'm like, come on, 2 weeks. I can make it. But, yeah, I haven't seen any more, but still, I'm like, stop.
Yeah, they're steadily revealing a little more in each trailer that I've noticed. I'm like, because in the first trailer they made it look like those two scenes ran together. Like this answer to something was part of the first one. Like, oh wait, no, now they showed it in a different sequence. So like, wait,
yeah. See, that brings me to another thing I wanted to bring up. They released the full length trailer for the next Captain America movie, Winter Soldier or whatever. And I haven't watched it. I was going to watch it because I thought it was a teaser.
Nope.
And it's not. I clicked on it on YouTube and it said 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So I was like, jam it all to hell. So I kept asking everybody. It's like, hey, did you watch this? Well, what'd you think of it? And everybody's like, just go watch it. No. I said, I can't.
It looks awesome.
Yeah.
They just gave away all this, like, oh, this crashes into this and he jumps out of this. And I'm like, oh no, why are they showing this? Like, save it for the movie. But it still looks like awesome, yeah.
So how does Chris Evans' body look?
Like he looks nice and ripped. Yeah, I think he looks more like in shape than he did in like the first Captain America movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Or it could be just the suit like deceiving you because it's through the suit, like the muscles through the suit or something like that he's wearing. He's wearing like something different. So, but I was like, oh, okay.
See, the thing I'm wondering about is how this movie, and again, I can't watch the trailer, and I don't really want to know any of the storyline. But I'm like, how is this going to work with him being in present day, but not with the Avengers? Like, how is his own storyline going to work? You know what I mean?
Well, I must say, there is a glimpse of Nick Fury in this trailer.
Well, that makes sense, though, because he's kind of working, I would assume he's kind of working with S.H.I.E.L.D. or whatever. but I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know how any of these movies are going to work.
Yeah, these sequels, because even though like I really liked Iron Man 3, there was a couple times where I'm like,
just call the
just
Avengers.
call Bruce Banner. So I'm wondering if that's going to happen in Thor and in the new Captain America movie, but we'll see. You know, who knows? But I'm definitely going to go see both of them. And Captain America is going to be pretty awesome, because that I think will probably, because that's coming out probably in like May or something of next year. So that will be the first like big ass movie where I've never seen a trailer for it. So that'll be exciting. That'll be something cool to,
and that'll
to check
probably
out.
Kick off our summer movies too.
I would think so. Yeah, that's probably one of the first ones. More than likely, yeah. I heard, I don't know if it came out yet, or maybe it's Monday. But I heard that they're going to release a trailer for X-Men also. And so I'm going to be bugging you for that one too, because I'm very excited for that movie. I don't know how you can do that, not watch trailers. It's hard. It's hard as hell. But like I said, though, like it was great when I saw Rush. Because I knew it was a race car movie, and I knew that Chris Hemsworth was in it, and that's it. So I saw it, and I was like, oh, this is a good movie. And after I saw it, I saw a trailer on TV, and they showed like all this shit, and I had no idea that was going to happen in the movie. So it really helped. But I can't wait to see something, totally new. Like it was going to be Jack Ryan, but that got pushed back to the middle of January from Christmas. So that's kind of a scary sign. I'd say. I don't know about that. Yeah. That was going to be the first one. So I don't know. Because Thor, I mean, I technically saw that first trailer a couple times. So I do know some stuff that's going to happen there. But yeah, it's hard, but it's really helping me though. Right. But yeah, Captain America would be cool to see. But yeah, well, those are the only two I think that had new trailers out. Or I'm sorry, are going to have new trailers out.
There was a new trailer, another trailer for Anchorman 2.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if you watched that or not.
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, that they had some funny lines.
Yeah,
but I'm just so deathly worried that it's gonna just be stupid versus hilarious.
That's gonna be. I wouldn't want to be in charge of writing that movie
because there's some parts you're like, what? It doesn't make any sense. But then again, in the first Anchorman, they had some stuff like that doesn't make any sense, but it's hilarious. So,
right? Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, like in the context, it worked well or whatever. Yeah, I think is coming. That's coming out on like Christmas or something also, right? Yeah, I don't know how that's going to be. They got a lot to live up to.
A friend of mine is actually going to have an Anchorman party where like, I don't know if we're going to dress up or something, but we're going to watch Anchorman first at her place and then all carpool together and go see Anchorman 2. So like, oh, that sounds like fun.
That's cool.
So like, I wonder if other people are having Anchorman parties.
More than likely.
Or,
like if I go to the midnight screening, there'll probably be a couple people dressed up. When I went to Dragon Con, there was a group of people dressed up as the news team. Oh, yeah? Yeah.
News team!
Exactly. And then there was one girl. She was Veronica with the blonde hair and stuff. So I like that one.
That just makes you think of on the Anchorman when he's like, news team. Like, hey, we're right here.
We've literally been here the entire time. Yeah. Oh, boy. Well, the commercial that I saw, I remember being funny, but, who knows? So I think that's pretty much everything, right? Yeah, you're nothing going on. You haven't started any new books or anything, have you?
No, I'll start Catching Fire.
Okay, cool.
Sometime this week.
Cool. This week coming, I'm going to try to see Las Vegas. I'm not sure if I'm going to see that. And then the same thing with Ender's Game. I don't know. I mean, that movie looks like kind of interesting, but not really.
With Harrison Ford?
Yeah, right? Okay. And Ben Kingsley. Yeah. But we'll see.
Yeah.
So for our last week, for Halloween week, the big one, what are you going to watch?
I think we narrowed it down. I'm going to watch, because I've only seen Paranormal Activity, the first one. So I'm going to watch the second one and the third one, because you told me the fourth one sucks. So
the fourth one, yeah, honestly, the first three, I enjoy them. A lot of people don't, but I get a kick out of them. I think you'll like them. If you like the first one, you'll like the other two.
Well, I like ghost movies and like demon movies and stuff like that. So, and stuff banging on walls and
okay, cool.
Like that. So
yeah, you'll like those. So that's a good one. I didn't realize. I probably would have told you those sooner. So it kind of works out well because those are your last ones. Sure. I don't have like a big. I wasn't really thinking because I wanted like to go out on a really big movie, but I don't really. I watched all the really big ones. So since I didn't watch that Inside movie, I'm going to watch that and then see if maybe I could find something else.
I think we should watch The Fly because I think we were saying neither of us have seen it like all the way through with Gina Davis and Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. Is that really like a horror movie or is that more like a sci-fi movie?
It's kind of a sci-fi scary, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Have you ever seen Event Horizon?
No.
That is definitely a sci-fi horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish I had that. I'd tell you to watch it. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I've never seen that, and I've always meant to. So we shall see.
All right.
So yeah, that'll be it for our Halloween week. Pretty cool. Ugh.
Did we tell everybody who we're dressing up as?
I don't know.
For Halloween? I don't know.
Well, we'll just post pictures. Actually,
yeah.
We had a small Halloween party yesterday, so we could post those pictures on our Facebook page. Yeah, of our costumes, and then we'll do that again during on Thursday.
Yeah.
Cool beans. All right. I think that's pretty much everything.
That
was a nice tight show we got going on here. So we'll be back like normal next week, right?
Yeah.
You're still around next week, right?
Yeah, I'll be here. Yeah, I won't be going anywhere.
Okay.
I don't think so, but no.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody have a very, very fantastic Halloween weekend.
Stay safe.
Or Halloween. I mean, it's on a Thursday, but whatever. And again, thank you guys very much for the reviews and the ratings. If you would like to also give us a review, you can do it on iTunes, and you can rate us there also and subscribe to us so you can automatically download the new episodes. We're also on Stitcher. And if you would like to send us an email, plain old email, we have that also going on. damselsindebate@gmail.com. And you can also just go onto our website. There you can get all our episodes. And, you can comment on the episodes if you'd like. So you can leave feedback there also. And you could just stream them. And yeah, that's pretty much everything, right? We're also on Twitter and Facebook. We'll take reviews there also. Anywhere you want. Or we would love movie recommendations too.
Sure, yeah.
We love because we're pretty mainstream, I think, in our tastes. So if there's some hidden gems we don't know about, we love to check them out. So yeah, that's everything, right?
Yep.
Okay, and hopefully next week my voice will be back to normal because this is just, I hate being sick. I can't stand this.
I'll probably get your cold and then I'll be like, hey everybody, I'm your
I
co-host,
sincerely hope not. Alrighty. Well,